Hello, my name is Brandon Warner, and I'm going to give you a speech about my religious heritage. One thing I'm proud of when it comes to my religious heritage is how my paternal great-grandfather had started his own ministry. My great-grandfather, Norman Clinton Warner, Sr., was born in an original homestead house in 1917 in Erie County, Pennsylvania. He was raised on a dairy farm owned by his parents. He attended seminary college in New York City, where he met his wife, Ella Gale Rossman. In 1947, the now Reverend Norman Clinton Warner loaded up his Model A4 and moved with his wife to Harlan County, Kentucky. My great-grandfather went to Kentucky to start a church and a ministry in a small mining town around Straight Creek. Starting out, the Reverend Warner had to depend on generosity of his congregation to be able to survive. Sometimes my great-grandparents would find bags of groceries on their front porch. The church members would do this so that the Reverend could feed his growing family. My great-grandfather pastored the church that he built by his own hands while raising his children on a minister's wage. When he had retired from pastoring, he moved back to Pennsylvania, where he lived out the rest of his days. My great-grandfather had a great impact on my family when it comes to religion, and I am proud to call Norman Clinton Warner Sr. my great-grandfather. And I would like to show you some pictures of some of the events I have talked about. Right here would be the homestead house that my great-grandfather had lived in when he was born, and that his parents were owned. Here, right there, is the picture of the church that my grandfather had built with his own hands. And it's really not on a heavy road or out in the middle of town, but it survived for a lot of years. Here is a picture of my great-grandfather. He was baptizing in the local creek, which is not too far from the church. And then here is my great-grandfather, his wife Ella, his first son, Norman Clinton Warner, his second son, David, and his daughter, which was Karen, and then their third son is not in the picture, but his name is Dennis. His name was Dennis, and that's it.